Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Michael. Welcome back to IDB. And in this video, I want to talk about iOS 16, the public beta, and some of my recommendations if you should install it or not. So I've been using iOS 16 Developer Beta 3 here on my iPhone since it came out. And I believe that Public Beta 1 is the exact same as the Developer Beta 3. And like I said, I've been using it the day since Apple released Beta 3. And honestly, in my opinion, Beta 3 has been the most buggy version of iOS 16. I don't know why, but there are just so many small bugs and issues that really make it quite annoying, honestly, as I use it day to day. And if this is the same build as the public beta and the same build that Apple thought was stable enough to finally release as the public beta, that could be quite annoying for a few people. So if you head to beta.apple.com, you're able to install this. And would I recommend installing it? Well, at this point, probably not, because we are getting really close to Developer Beta 4. And whenever that comes out, Public Beta 2 is probably going to be just a few days away. And I have had so many issues with this current build that I would honestly just hold off for now until a new build of iOS 16 comes out. This can happen every now and then with iOS release cycles. Sometimes a random beta in the cycle is one that gets really buggy, and it looks like this is it. I've had so many battery drain issues and overheating issues. My iPhone here actually got to the point where it was so hot I couldn't even touch it. The processor right under the camera was heating up so much that I had to turn my phone off and place it in my fridge just because it got so hot. So that's one annoying bug. There also are a few other annoying software bugs. So even if your phone authenticates with Face ID, half the time when you go into your notifications, up here above the time, it's gonna say Face is too far away, even if your phone is still unlocked. And a few other software bugs just include little glitches, like this one inside the weather app where you get this pop-up no matter how many times you hit the X, it'll always show up every time you open the weather app. So those little software bugs that I showed you are to be expected, especially in a beta release. But the bigger issues such as severe overheating and battery drain, I know I'm on a 13 mini, but I've never had battery drain this bad, even on iOS 15 with this phone. So there definitely is something that is quite off about this build. I don't know what it is. I want you guys to head down into the comments and tell me your experience, whether you have Public Beta 1 or Developer Beta 3 on your phone. Tell me if you've had any of those major issues like severe battery drain or extreme overheating. But apart from the bugs, I have been enjoying some of the features that are usable for me right now in iOS 16. Probably just the number one change is the lock screen and also the redesigned notifications. So I really like how when I have one of the new iOS 16 wallpapers, I'm able to see my notifications at the bottom of the screen and still see my wallpaper at the top. That's pretty nice. I also have enjoyed creating a bunch of new wallpapers. So I've been using this weather one, the astronomy one, and I've also gone crazy with the emoji wallpapers. I find these quite fun. So obviously the biggest change here with iOS 16 is the lock screen and wallpaper experience. It's by far the biggest overhaul Apple has ever made to the lock screen. And as you can see here, I've been going crazy with a whole bunch of different lock screens and different styles here. But if you do install the iOS 16 beta, that is pretty much the only new feature you're gonna get to experience, the new lock screen. Because there are some other features in iOS 16. However, you can't really take advantage of them yet, and I'll show you right now. So the first one, as you can see here, is live activities. So this relies on third-party applications to update their applications once iOS 16 comes out. So you can see here the Starbucks widget, also a few sporting applications are going to get updated to support live activities. But right now, it doesn't really work. Unless you're doing a timer on the iPhone, you really can't see any live activity on your lock screen. And there are a bunch of other ones, especially in photos and messages. So you can turn on iCloud Shared Photo Library, but if members of your family aren't on iOS 16, you can't really do anything with this, so that's kind of frustrating as well. And also with messages, you can now edit and unsend an iMessage, but again, if everyone you're messaging is on iOS 15, this really doesn't do much for you, as the people that you're sending your message to won't be able to take advantage of all the new features in iOS 16. So even though you can't get the full iOS 16 experience, I want you to tell me in the comments below if you are still enjoying using the beta. This does remind me of iOS 15 as well, where one of the biggest changes was SharePlay over FaceTime, and people couldn't really test that out unless all their friends also had iOS 15. So as it stands right now, iOS 16 is still pretty buggy. If you have the third developer beta or the first public beta, you probably have experienced some of the bugs I talked about. I definitely think if you install the beta, you're still going to have fun experiencing some of the new features, like the new lock screen and wallpaper experiences I showed you. However, you're going to have a much better experience with iOS 16 once it releases to the public, as you'll be able to experience every single new feature. I also have a feeling as soon as iOS 16 comes out to the public, we're going to have a frenzy of people posting all their different lock screen setups on Twitter, and it might be trending on Twitter for the first release day of iOS 16. It definitely has happened before, where Apple releases a software update and everyone loves the new customization options they added. So I have a feeling as soon as iOS 16 comes out, it's going to be trending on Twitter, and everybody is going to be sharing their custom lock screen setups on iOS 16. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Tell me if you're running iOS 16 or if you're holding off for now. My name is Michael with IDB. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.